Ever dream of a career that's like anything but sitting at a desk all day?
Yeah.
Today, we're diving deep right into the world of a Decksman.
Ooh,
We're
Decksman.
going to figure out what it takes to earn a living out there on, those inland waterways.
Okay, cool.
And our main source this time around, RoleCatcher, that career platform.
Oh yeah, they've got a ton of info, which is great because like most people just think about those giant what are they called?
Ocean liner.
Ocean liners, right.
Yeah.
They don't even realize there's this whole maritime thing going on like closer to home.
Exactly. We're talking rivers, lakes, even canals. Totally different vibe.
For sure.
And it all kind of starts with that entry-level Decksman position.
Which, let me tell you, it's no walk in the park. RoleCatcher doesn't like sugarcoated at all.
Really?
Yeah, they mentioned like working outdoors in all kinds of weather.
Right, yeah.
But think like 12-hour shifts,
Yeah.
right? Blazing sun or freezing rain.
Oh, no.
Yeah, this is for someone with serious, serious stamina.
Okay, so we're talking definitely not for anyone who gets tired easily. They also mentioned something about potential isolation, right? Which I guess depends on the boat, the route.
Totally. Imagine you're on a barge hauling cargo and you're going up some river,
Oh, wow.
days from the nearest port. You're stuck with your crew, whatever happens, happens.
That's intense.
It takes a certain kind of person, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To not just handle it, but actually thrive in that.
It makes you think about the friendships, the bonds you build under that kind of pressure.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But okay, let's get back to the work itself for a sec. RoleCatcher uses these terms, mooring and unmooring. What's that all about?
So mooring is basically you're tying the vessel up, right,
Okay.
to a dock, another ship, whatever, but you're using these huge ropes. They call them hawsers.
Hawsers, okay.
And it's not as simple as it sounds. You got to know specific knots, how to work the winch. Plus, you're always adjusting for the current, the wind, all that to make sure that thing is secure.
Wow. Higher stakes than I pictured.
One wrong move, and you're talking like a very expensive mistake.
Yeah, no kidding. And on top of that, it sounds like you need to know your way around an engine, too.
100%. RoleCatcher, they really emphasize that whole engine maintenance thing.
Rightfully so.
Think of it like you're responsible for keeping this giant floating engine going.
Whoa.
You have to spot problems before they happen, figure out fixes on the fly,
Oh, man.
maybe even do some repairs while you're out on the water.
No pressure.
It ain't just muscle. You need some serious brain power for this gig.
They also mentioned staying up to date on maritime tech. What does that even mean? Like knowing your phone really well.
No, we're talking like electronic charts for navigation,
Yeah.
radar systems, all that fancy communication equipment. Crucial for, not crashing and stuff.
Right. Safety first.
Imagine your GPS dies mid-trip.
Ooh, bad.
You got to know how to read a paper map, use a compass, maybe even send out an SOS the old-fashioned way, just in case.
Wow. That's a whole other level of essential skills.
It's this cool blend of like old school seamanship, but with modern tech thrown in. Makes it super interesting.
And that's what makes this whole career path thing so cool. RoleCatcher, they actually lay it all out.
Yeah.
How you can climb the ladder from Decksman all the way to captain.
It's pretty impressive.
It's like instead of getting those virtual badges in a video game,
Uh-huh.
you're unlocking actual skills, more responsibility. The real deal.
Exactly. And it's not some like mysterious process either.
Oh, good.
You start as that Decksman, you prove you're reliable, that you can handle the work.
Right.
Master those basics, put in the hours. Next thing you know, you're on your way to able seaman.
Okay, so what does an able seaman even do? Is it like Decksman 2.0?
Pretty much, you're leveling up,
Right.
more responsibility. Maybe you're supervising the newer crew members.
Oh, I see.
Handling trickier tasks could even mean standing watch on the bridge.
So you're like literally moving up in the world.
Ha, you got it. And I'm guessing those paychecks are looking a little better too, eh?
I would hope so. So what's after able seaman then? Where do you go from there?
That's where it gets really interesting. You could go for a leadership position, like become a bosun.
Bosun. That sounds kind of like a pirate word.
Well, it's definitely got some history. The bosun is basically like the boss of the deck crew.
Ah, okay.
They make sure things are running smoothly, tell people what to do, oversee all that maintenance, and, keep those green crew members in line, too.
Right. Got to have someone keeping things ship-shape. So at that point, we're talking like serious leadership skills.
Oh, absolutely. But for those who, have always dreamed of captaining their own ship.
The ultimate goal.
That path usually goes from bosun to becoming a mate, which is basically like the captain's right-hand person.
Makes sense.
Though you gotta really know your stuff by then.
I bet.
Not just running the ship, but maritime law, navigation, how to deal with all that cargo, the whole 9 yards.
Wow. Intense. It sounds like each step up that ladder, it takes more than just like time on the water. You mentioned certifications earlier. What's the deal with those?
Oh, those are key. Think of them like proof you know what you're doing, not just saying you do.
Right.
To get those top jobs, captain, you'll need specific licenses, certifications, all that from, the official maritime folks.
Makes sense. Gotta have some standards.
And these aren't just like participation trophies. We're talking tough exams, training.
Oh, I bet.
Covering everything from safety stuff, what to do in an emergency, to like advanced navigation, how to handle a ship in crazy conditions.
So you can't just fake it till you make it, huh?
Nope. It's all about proving you have the knowledge and the skills to back it up.
Which makes sense. I mean, you're responsible for the crew, the cargo, the entire ship even.
Big responsibility.
Huge. So let's say someone's listening to us right now and they're totally hooked. They're like, sign me up. Where do I even start?
Well, that's where a platform like RoleCatcher is seriously helpful.
Right. It's not just about giving you a bunch of info and then, like, good luck out there.
They actually help you land the job, which is what matters.
They have that whole, what is it, AI resume analysis thing?
Yeah. Super helpful nowadays. It's so competitive out there.
For sure.
Their algorithms, they go through your resume, figure out what needs work.
Oh, wow.
Even suggest keywords that'll make it, like, pop for those maritime employers.
Smart. So it's like having like a secret weapon almost.
Okay. Yeah.
And then there's that interview prep section too. They have like over 120,000 interview questions.
It's wild.
That's like a cheat code for job interviews.
It's more than just memorizing answers, though. It's about understanding what they're really asking.
Right.
How to talk about your skills the right way. Sell yourself.
Done.
And to show that you're actually passionate about this stuff.
Yeah, that enthusiasm definitely comes through.
For sure.
And I love that RoleCatcher helps connect you directly with employers in the maritime world. That is huge.
Streamlines the whole thing. Make your profile, highlight all the good stuff. Then you can just look through open jobs.
Nice.
At companies that are like actively hiring Decksmen and other maritime folks.
So you're not just sending your resume out into the void hoping for the best.
Exactly. You're connecting with people who actually need what you've got.
So we've talked skills, the career path, all
Yeah.
these awesome resources, but there's one big thing missing, I think. What's it actually like, to work on the water?
You mean like the real nitty-gritty?
Yeah, the day-to-day, the lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's stuff you don't get from a job posting,
Right. Harder to put into words, that's for sure.
RoleCatcher mentioned isolation, but then also that whole camaraderie thing, being a tight crew,
Yeah.
seems like two sides of the same coin, kind of.
100%. You're out there sometimes for weeks with the same people, day in, day out.
Intense.
You rely on each other, eat together, face those challenges.
Makes you tougher, I bet.
You form bonds you don't get in other jobs, that's for sure. Shared purpose, all that.
It's like those old stories, Sailors, that sense of adventure, but you had to be tough to survive.
Totally. And even though things are safer now, with tech and all, there's still some of that left.
Really?
Oh yeah, crazy weather pops up, navigating tight spots, working around those giant lock stams.
I wouldn't even know where to start.
It's not for everyone, that's for sure, but the rewards are big if you're cut out for it.
RoleCatcher mentioned being physically fit, but what about, like, mentally?
Yeah.
Got to be strong in that way, too, right?
No doubt. Long hours, tough conditions. You don't get to just clock out, forget about it.
Right. Always on.
Always alert, ready for anything, takes a certain kind of person.
Makes you wonder, like, what are the traits,
Yeah.
of someone who'd really kill it as a Decksman?
Well, adaptability, number one. Things change fast on the water. Got to think on your feet.
Quick thinking, for sure.
Good sense of humor helps too. Get you through those long days.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Can't be too serious out there.
And you got to be comfortable with yourself, Even when you're surrounded by people, there's this self-reliance you need.
Interesting. It's like independent, even when you're part of a team.
Exactly. No one's micromanaging you out there. You got to take charge, get it done, even when it's hard.
So it's more than a job. It's like a whole way of life.
You got it.
And for people who love the water, crave that adventure. It sounds like it could be pretty amazing, honestly.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Not everyone's cup of tea, but for the right person. life-changing.
And if you're thinking, hey, maybe that's me, RoleCatcher's the place to start, right?
100%. They've got the tools, the connections, everything to make that dream a reality.
So there you have it, folks. A deep dive into the life of a Decksman.
Woo!
From the hands-on skills to the whole career ladder.
It's quite a journey.
Even a taste of that unique lifestyle you get out on the water.
Best office view there is.
Definitely. Hopefully this has given you a fresh perspective on what it means to work on the water. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.